Hi guys, it's Carissa, and these are my April favorites. I don't think I have a lot of stuff, but let me get started. The first thing, just so I can get it out of the way here, is my new curling wand. And honestly, before I was just using like a $12 Conair curling iron that I took the clamp off of. And it worked okay, except there's a little nub here for it to rest on the countertop. When I tried to pull my hair through, it made things a lot more difficult. So I got kind of sick of it. And my sister had bought this curling wand, and it looked, the curls that her hair had looked amazing, and it must have worked really well because her hair is difficult to curl. It's the Conair U Big Waves, which is like such an awkward name. Isn't that a strange name? But it is a 2-in-1. It is a interchangeable curling wand, so you can remove one or the other depending on what style of curls you want, or if you want just like big waves. I really like it because even on the second lowest heat setting, it's super hot, so I don't even have to go all the way up to the highest setting, and I've been really happy with that. I may or may not have mentioned this in my last favorites video, but I just have to give props to this foundation. I am so picky when it comes to liquid foundation, and I have a tendency to think that the perfect foundation for me is still out there and I haven't found it yet. But I feel like maybe I have, and I'm just in denial because I'm like, should it be that easy for me to get? Should it be right there at the grocery store? But it is. And it's this Revlon Color Stay, and this is the normal to dry skin formula. This goes on like a dream. It doesn't look like it's sitting on top of my skin. I hate that feeling where it looks like 3D, where I look in the mirror and I can see the redness and blotchiness of my own skin, and then like sitting in front of it is this makeup that's like, I'm doing the best I can, I'm trying here. And honestly, I've been really trying to love this Cover FX foundation because I've heard such great things about it. I like it a little bit better than I did when I first got it, but I still would rather reach for this every time. In fact, what's funny is, with this being as pricey as it is, you would think I'd be like, oh, I'll use that on special occasions. But when I really want my skin to look great, I always reach for this Revlon foundation for some reason. So, speaking of foundation, this is something new that I tried this month that I do really love for the days that I'm feeling lazy or that I'm kind of rushing and I don't want to have to work too hard to get good coverage. I have a lot of redness on my face, and you can even see there's redness and blotchiness to my chest. It's just the way that my skin looks. And this is something new that I went to Walmart specifically for, because I don't tend to go to Walmart normally. But this is part of the Flower line by Drew Barrymore, and it's the Skincognito Stick Foundation. This is in the color SF3, which I believe is the third lightest color. I'm guessing that's why it says 3. And this sits close to my heart because when I was in middle school, my mom had a friend who worked for a company that provided her with a ton of samples and like makeup that they were going to throw away. So I ended up with a giant box of Max Factor makeup, and that was my favorite makeup forever, mainly just because I had a chance to try so much of the product. But it was just such good stuff, and I honestly loved their Pan Stick foundation. It was just like this, and I had to use it even way back then to cover the redness on my face, usually the lower half of my face. So this is great because I can draw a couple lines on, blend it out, and then apply a very light amount of foundation around the top of my face, like basically from here up, just to kind of even everything out. It's just gorgeous. I think this was about $10, totally worth it because I'll get a lot of use out of this, and it's just a lot less work to blend this out when I'm in a hurry. I'm kind of all over the board here. I don't have this set up in categories, so sorry. I don't know if you like have a really big problem with that. I'm really sorry. Speaking of Walmart, while I was there, I saw this on a shelf with a bunch of clearance items. Now, I am a huge sucker for Love's Baby Soft. I know that it's something that we wore as little kids, but it brings back happy memories for me or something. Plus, I think it's just a really clean, nice scent. So it caught my eye that there was a box on the shelf that was Love's Baby Soft, but it was yellow. So I was like, please tell me that's lemon. And it was. Let me tell you, I love the smell of lemon, especially like a lemon sugar scent that's like perfect to me. And this is just a body mist. It's very light. It fades almost instantly. But those few seconds when I initially smell it after I've sprayed it, do I have it all in my face now? Those few seconds after I initially spray it, I just love it so much. Would it be better as like a pillow mist than a body mist? Heck yeah. That's probably what I'm going to, use it for. I got 2 bottles of it. They were on clearance for $5 a piece. I don't know if that means that they're gone forever, but I figured this would be a nice thing to have for the summertime. So speaking of lemon, I told you I'm going to be all over the place with this. I figured I'd throw this in because this is a favorite. I found this just after Christmas time, and then I couldn't find it again. Apparently, I can only get it at Target. And it is the Icebreakers Ice Cubes gum in Cool Lemon. I bought 2 of them. You can only seem to get them at Target, and not in the gum aisle, but at the actual registers. They're like little squares of gum. It's like a lemonade flavor. The flavor goes away in about 45 seconds once again. But obviously a little boost of lemon here and there in my life really makes me happy. So that was a favorite this month because I found it again and I was reunited with my lemon gum. Okay, so I have a few pieces that I really have been loving this month, and I figured I'd show them to you. The first is this pair of earrings that my mother bought me for my birthday. And I've, of course, forgotten the name of the designer or the company responsible for these beautiful things. The ear wire on them is rounded, so they look really elegant on the ear. And I believe she saw them on like the Today Show or Good Morning America, and they were on some kind of special there. They're normally an awful lot more money, but she got a really good price on them. But they're just gorgeous. And I've seen a lot of similar earrings in like Target or department stores, but these are just so sparkly and pretty and nice and clear. You can tell it's a really nice quality. Thanks, Mom. I hate showing you guys things that I loved that you like probably can't ever get yourself, but that's just what happened this month in terms of jewelry. This is my next favorite. It is something I purchased for myself from the ever-praised Etsy store, Jubilee Jewelry, and I will link them below. I found out about this Etsy store from my friend Lisa, and she has several pieces from there. I have a new one on its way to me. And I will warn you that whether the piece is something you've commissioned and designed yourself or it's something pre-made, it does take about 2 to 3 weeks for her to get things out. Her lead time is a little lengthy. I don't see that listed anywhere in her shop policies or in just the invoices or information. But just know that if you do place an order through them, it's a little longer lead time than maybe you would expect. It's a really fun statement piece. It's really unusual, and I do get a lot of compliments on it when I wear it. So this is one of my new favorite necklaces. If you know me, you know that I only wear like one mascara, and that is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Formula. It's like the only mascara I even consider to be mascara in this crazy world. And this mascara it's up there. I only just got this a few weeks ago. It's the 2013 birthday gift from Sephora. I'm trying to think of what the other item is. Oh, it's these 2 Benefit products. So spoiler alert, that's the birthday gift for Sephora this year. I tried this mascara on like a garbage day. Like I'm just sitting around the house, not really doing much, just want to throw a little bit of makeup on. And I found myself almost resisting the urge to love it. I almost kept telling myself, it's not that great. It's not, while I was putting it on, but I was really impressed with it. And to me, if I have a mascara that I love that's $7, why am I going to spend more? Well, I was really impressed with this, except the sample size gives you this stumpy little brush. So I had a really hard time feeling like I could get its full potential because I couldn't manipulate the brush the way I wanted to because it's so stubby and little. So I was getting really frustrated, and I decided, you know what? I might have to get the full-size mascara. Well, my dear friend, Wisconsin mom Mandy, she and I have the same birthday. Happy birthday, gorgeous. We exchanged Sephora gift cards over the Wrap app on Facebook. And so with her $10 gift, and also my Chic Week coupon on the last day, I purchased the full size. So thank you, Mandy, because this is a really good mascara. I kind of hate how much I love it. Now, I don't typically like brushes like this. That's why I don't use half of the CoverGirl mascaras or Maybelline mascaras that are out there, because I don't like these rubber brushes with the short bristles. But between the formula of this and the brush, I get some pretty impressive length. I have a problem where these eyelashes are perfect, and these eyelashes are smashed all to holy hell because I sleep on that eye for some reason. It doesn't matter how I try to fall asleep, I end up sleeping like directly on my eyelashes. So they're always bent, and no eyelash curler in the world can save them. They're just all over the place. So somehow something about this makes that more forgiving than my voluminous mascara. I think because this formula is so lengthening, it tends to make those lashes just look more prominent and less scary and all over the place. These were a total impulse buy. I must have been having a bad day and went to Ulta, and I just wandered and wandered and wandered, and I finally thought, okay, I'll just get 2 of those. I didn't go into a store with the intent to purchase these, but I looked at them, and they were sold out in a lot of places every time I looked, so I didn't even really get to see what was available. But there must have been a nice restock on these when I looked, because almost every color was represented on the shelf, and I had a chance to really look through all of them. I grabbed the 2 that looked the most like something that I would wear, and these are the Maybelline Color Whisper in Go Nude and Lust for Blush. Go Nude was a little disappointing. It's a really pretty peach color. And I looked at it in the store up against my own lips, which have quite a bit of a pigment to them as is. Just hoping that this would be okay on my lips. And it is. It's just okay. Just as you can see here, there's not a lot of color payoff. I know that's kind of the point. But it's a nice little something to wear like around the house because there's a tint of color and they're pretty moisturizing. The Lust for Blush I'm a much bigger fan of, and I've been reaching for this all month long. The Go Nude I'll put on when I'm just like putting my makeup on for the day if I'm going to be around the house and not really going anywhere. This I put on constantly. Sometimes I'll even layer this over the Go Nude because I like this so much better, and I wish that I had put this on instead. Is this something that I would repurchase? Probably not. But we will see, because once it's gone, there's a really good chance I'll be sad about it and want to put it back on. It's definitely a good My Lips But Better color, and it branches out. I tend to go for very typical lip colors, and this is a little bit more mauve than I usually like, but I've really been in love with this. So I hit pan on my sample from the Balm of the Mary Luminizer. This is something I got in my last Birchbox. And this I've really loved as a highlighter, and I've been wearing it basically every time I put on any makeup at all, because I feel like it does a lot for my complexion. It brightens up my face. It's very flattering. But the color is a little warmer than I'd like. There's a little too much of a gold tone to it. So I just happened to take a look at the Physicians Formula products while I was at the drugstore recently, and I found this product and I've been so happy with it, and I actually love it way, way more than the Mary Luminizer that I was using the sample of. This is the Mineral Glow Pearls in Translucent Pearl. This I have been putting on right above my blush on my cheekbones, and it creates a really beautiful, soft, cool toned highlight that is really, really flattering despite how crazy sparkly and shimmery it looks in the palette. I was really nervous because it was so frosted, but you can sheer it out quite a bit. But I like that pinker, cooler tone that it has to it. The next thing I'm going to show you is going to be the end of an era for me, and this is something that I've been putting off for a long time, but folks, it has happened. I've made the switch to gel nail polish. When I was getting prepared for my sister's wedding in the summer of 2010, I had my first gel polish manicure and pedicure, and I had strawberry margarita on my nails for several months because I went back for more. Since back then the formula was different. It was in like a jar, and there were a lot more steps to the process. The product was a lot iffier in terms of how well it turned out. Now gel polish has come a long way, and more recently when I was visiting my friends in Milwaukee, I had another gel manicure and it sold me. I felt like I had to make the transition. So I purchased a kit from Target.com. It was the Sensational LED light kit, so it did come with this LED light, and LED is a lot better for frequent use because you don't have to worry about the UV exposure like with the UV light boxes. I know that there's a lot of debate about that, whether or not that's even enough exposure to matter, but even a little bit is too much in my opinion, so I didn't want to, just for the sake of having nice nails, expose my hands and my nail beds to UV light. So I went with the Sensational for the LED light, plus it was a little bit more affordable than some of the other brands. That kit came with a small sample size of the gel cleanser, lint-free wipes, gel base and top coat, a gel primer, and the color Pink Chiffon, which is like a Barbie pink. There's no shimmer to it. What I did purchase for my toes recently was the Sally Hansen gel polish. I wanted to give that a try, and this is the color Back to the Fuchsia, and it is very similar to the Strawberry Margarita that I loved so much in years past. Just to give you an idea, this is what the color looks like, just like the color of the cat. The only thing I can say about the quality of this polish is that I'm not sure about it yet, because the Pink Chiffon from the Sensational was great. I put it on my nails. My nails grew out crazy long for the few weeks that I had it on, and it never chipped off. However, this on my toes, I've lost like an entire toenail's worth of polish, so I'll just have a bare toenail. It's happened twice on the same foot. That could also be, though, because it's my foot and it's like in shoes, or I'm harder on my feet than my nails. I don't know. So I can't really say that it has anything to do with the quality of the product. It might have a lot to do with the fact that it's just on my feet. So that brings me to my favorite of the gel polishes when I got my manicure in the salon. Obviously, they were using a professional line, and they were using the current OPI polishes. And one of my all-time favorites is Bubble Bath. I don't know if you guys have a polish like this, but every time my sister and I would go shopping for nail polish, which was like once or twice a week sometimes, just when we'd go out and go shopping, we'd always scan the nail polish selection. And it never failed. I would grab Bubble Bath by OPI, and every time I'd look at it and be like, oh, I should have known that was Bubble Bath. Now, the original formula of that, the original Bubble Bath nail polish is very streaky and difficult to apply. The way that these gel polishes are, that's really not an issue. The streakiness it's not even a factor, so I don't have to worry about that so much. But the girl in the salon recommended that I layer the color Passion and Bubble Bath to get kind of a more perfect nude color instead of something too nude or too pink. So what I did was I went online and I purchased the professional bottles. These were about $18 a piece. There's probably other ways and other methods of obtaining them for a little less money, but I was being a brat and I wanted them right away for my next manicure. So that's what I have on my nails right now, are the Passion and Bubble Bath by OPI. I'm still learning. I'm still a little shaky when it comes to the balance of how much product is too much or not enough. But for the most part, I think that I'm very happy with it, considering. Despite the mistakes, I will have this on for a couple of weeks until I decide to take it off. So gel polish is great if you are like me and you're not only really hard on your hands, but you work with your hands. And so a really well applied coat of polish can be done for in no time, just based on your lifestyle. So gel polish is the new way for me. So that's it for my April favorites. I am still getting over a cold or allergies or something's going on. So that's why I've been a little MIA. I've been losing my voice really easily, but I just wanted to hop on and make this for you guys real quick. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.